Hello and again welcome to a Talos principle tutorial. It's been a while since I did the last tutorial. That was because I had not that much time and it took me very long to reproduce materials for this, so actually it's a bit easier for you to understand. So in this tutorial we're going to do sigils, and it probably take a bit longer because this is a hard topic. Um, I created two graphics for you. I'll show you that in a minute. Um, to make you understand of how the sigils in the game work. Then we go over our tutorial level over here and create a chapter info. And I explain what this is then. Then we are going to create a portal like this puzzle barriers we need in Talos episode params 2. We can also create them, and in the end I hope we have a nice level. Yeah, so let me show you the graphics first. This is the first page, and probably I go over it, and I hope you understand. So the first thing are the sigils. You see tetraminor instances.xml is the file where the tetraminors are stored in. Tetraminor is basically a sigil or a Tetris block, however you want to call it. Basically that's the container file of it all. Then inside we've got the sigils I, J, L, O, Z, S, and T. So probably those sigils are named like the corresponding letters. As you see, the letters are looking like the sigils. So you basically can imagine what the letters are. So they made it to, make it easier to understand which is the sigil to the corresponding letters. Then we got the arranges. Arranges are basically the collection of sigils you have in a level. So I went ahead and in the game I took some screenshots out of the arranges which are there. We've got the green ones, which are the door ones, and then we got the yellow ones, which are the mechanic ones. The red ones are the nexus ones, alternative ending are the gray ones, and we got also this blue ones, which you never can collect. You have them all by default, and the star ones. So the colors, you may know this from the campaign. You unlock doors with the green one, you unlock mechanics with the yellow one, and you collect pieces for the nexus floors with the red ones. And the alternative ending, which is the 6th floor, is a gray one. Okay, so these are the things, and you see the arranges got in their collections different sigils too, and those sigils are as well those sigils from here. So I'm going to show you what the final object is. The final object, which we describe in game, would be, as an example, DO1, and this consists out of 3 pieces. And I made some lines here for you to see what corresponds to what. So the first letter is the arranger type. So door for D, or no, D for door, M for mechanic, N for nexus, and E for alternative ending. So this defines the color. Then O, the sigil type or shape. So I, J, L, O, Z, S, T. So, and then the 1. The 1 is the global identifier, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, which is just an integer value. And you use this to identify. So, for example, here we've got 2 J shapes, sigils, sorry. And you can do testing yourself if you say, okay, that would be an DJ1, for example, because it's in J sigil in a door arranger. And it's probably the first one, so DJ1. This is the same, so we can't write DJ1 as well, because then we had both the same one, so that's DJ2. So I think you're gonna get what I mean with this global identifier. It's just a number for you, so that you can identify. That also works for stars. Stars are also the same, I think. You have 2 stars which identify the arranger type star, and then a global identifier, and this adds basically a star into your level, so not hard stuff. Okay, I hope you all got this. I put this picture in download below so you can watch this. Then I got a second one, which is actually another page. Mechanics are also one thing, and how the mechanics work are basically with the mechanics you can set on a sign, for example, or for the level which mechanics you need for that level, and they are also abbreviated, and I went ahead and took some screenshots in game 2. So the fan is actually done with an F, the cube is actually done with an C, the rod is actually done with an R, the time is actually done with an T, and the S is actually done with an shield. So that's probably easy stuff. And then for you, because you actually can have the issue that you have in your level the mechanic not activated, and you say, okay, fuck, I need to go into the Nexus and activate it or collect all the pieces. No, you can write a simple cheat script for that, which Solar is also posted on the generic Ask a Question about the editor thread. This is basically the script. I will quickly go over it. I not explain you all the Lua stuff, also for future tutorials maybe. That was TeamSpeak. It basically defines a variable called Talos progress, and this is the Nexus get Talos progress from the world info. And from that Talos progress, you actually run the function assure unlocked mechanic for the cube, rods, fan, time, and shield, and then it runs an event which basically applies the mechanic changes. And this basically allows us to have all mechanics. This is also possible by a simple console comment, but yeah, you just don't care about it. I also show you the console comment, I forgot about that, but this is a script you put in the level, and it runs at startup, and this assures that every player who plays the map automatically has all mechanics, and he does not to have in console comment. Okay, so that was the picture part, so let's get into the editor, and I make a quick cut. Okay, continuing after that cut. So now I introduce you into the first thing we need. We need world params, and for that we need chapters. So I'm gonna first show you what chapters are. Basically we have our level, and if we press T, we basically spawn exact at 0, 0. Every time we spawn in the middle of our level, which is somewhere there, which is actually 0, 0, and because this is actually the default spawn point. Cause we have no chapter info to set this, so we go into the entity list and drag out a chapter info and drag this there where you want to have the spawn. Okay, you can rotate it with tab, and this brings up this red block with a green arrow, and if we now press T, we're not spawning there, because we need to set this in the world params. But you actually see this is in every level you take a look at. Is it present? It's the chapter info, and you see it has some properties over here like chapter description, next chapter, next level chapter, and so on. And I think most of them are from Serious Sam, like Syrian bracelet or taking weapons, for example, because we have no weapons, or taking ammo. But it has some details we need to. First, chapter description is the description of this chapter. I think this was used in Serious Sam in kinda level changer or something, but we don't use this. Next chapter would be if this chapter is linked to a teleporter. Then if you step inside a teleporter, this chapter info will be called, and the level which is on the next chapter will be grabbed. So this is not just the next chapter inside one level, in our level. Next level pops up a dialog where you can set WLD files to load, and the chapter in there you can type in. Auto fall down means you fall down if it's in the air, and parent part and all the other stuff is, I think, not necessary. First thing is the name. I recommend to name the chapter infos cause the more levels you have, the more chapter infos you have, and it would be easy and better if you name them, cause then you basically can identify them better. So you can name this like your level names is named, so I just named this tutorial level chapter. Okay. Okay, that was it. Pressing T, we're not spawning there, we're spawning here. So basically we need to get the world info. For that we press N to get this big entity list and scroll down to the world info, or we go into the drop down over here and search here for the world info. So actually it's your decision. So if we have the world info opened, this is basically the holder of many settings which you have for your world, like the game title. I don't know which this is. These are global HDD params. Don't touch them. And we got settings like first chapter. Over here we got music settings, which basically mean which music is used in the the exploration music, the shuffle music. There you can create a new shuffle music and put how do you call it? You put different pieces of music in there and they will be shuffled. And the fight music and war music, I think they are not used here. And the environment sound is such like some birds or something you hear. We can set them by going by the environment sound, and they're actually stored under content, tailors and sounds, and hitting F3 here and you can hear the sounds. And we have some ambient, which is for example river, having a river, waterfall. So having many sounds. I think let's find a great one for our level over here. So you have all the levels here. This is a knee stack. So you have all sounds here which are used. I don't know where this is used. Okay, we get wind. Wind from the tower, and you can browse through the sounds and yeah, you actually
fly, you fools.
You actually see the sounds. Cool.
Fly.
So yeah, many sounds over here, and no, I don't want the cat meow. You can just go ahead and take one sound out which you think is great for all level. I don't. Great sound, I like it. You can just go through here and take a look on those sounds and take one you like. Okay, let's take just the wind one. Let's take the wind one. And if we go now into level, you actually hear the wind blowing. And under exploration music, this means the music we have in the game. And for there we got an own folder here, I think, under music. And you get, oh, here we've got ambient sounds. So let's replace the wind by some ambience. That's forest, islands, nexus, and rain. Let's take this generic forest, and if we now take a music, we can take a music like, you actually know those musics from the game, and we can just take one. So let's take, I really like those boss fight tracks. I think they are in the Nexus Tower. And it fades between low, high, extreme and medium and so on. If you yeah, get higher in the tower. So let's take medieval or Egypt. No, we're not in Egypt or Rome. I think Rome is cool. So if we now press T, we hear the forest. And we do not hear the music. There we hear it. It starts sometimes after you played. And then we keep the shuffle music away for now because this is actually the thing. I put the sounds back off cause in this tutorial all sounds are a bit disturbing and it's better if I keep this empty as is. I think this would be better. But that's also your decision, I think. Okay, the world params. Oh yeah, I already created one here. That's probably my fault, cause I recorded this tutorial once and then failed. So let's firstly define the first chapter. We hit Control Alt, as we did with the targeting over here, and click on the chapter info, and then it's linked. And if we press T, you see, we spawn here. So actually, it's set to there. The first secret chapter, I think this is a spelling mistake, is also a setting you can set, but that's not that, I don't know where it's used actually. Secret and cutscene chapter, red team base, blue team base, startup camera. This is all for serious Sam things, I think, and we can just ignore them. The episode params. We actually need them inside our level to have things working like the sigils and so on, and they are the base for the sigils we want in our level. And for that, we basically can hit new and see Talos episode params, and we get a new holder of elements. And I'm gonna put a basic Talos episode params back. I think I already made a tutorial about them. If not, yeah, I think I made a tutorial about them. Okay, silly me. I just needed another cut because I wasn't sure if I did a tutorial about them. But yeah, I did. Cause of the terminal stuff. So, silly me. Sorry about that. I'm just a bit fucked up today. I don't know, it's hot in here. So, what we will mess around is the Tetromino instances file, which is actually the file where the Tetromino instances are stored in. You see, if we go into our level, probably not Shift T but T. Actually, no sigils at the top left, cause we have cleared our Talos progress, and we just have the script here too, which is the unlock all script, which I showed in the pages over here. This one, I showed this too, I think, and so basically we have unlocked all, and we don't have any sigils, so we can start by adding our sigils. Let's go. Select the world info again, pressing N, and under the Tetromino instances we go here, hit new Tetromino instances, and this creates a new file which is Tetromino instances array and an arranges array. So as I told you, arranges are the collections of sigils and also the puzzle arrangers which stick on walls, for example. And the Tetromino instances are all Tetrominos which are registered. And if you take a look at the original file, you'll probably see that's the shitload of files. Yeah. So let's start by adding the arranger. Click a plus, and you see we got an empty entry, and we can new puzzle data. And this opens up another things, and we come to some settings. So first, unlock type. Here we have door, mechanic, nexus, alternative ending, secret, and arcade, which are all these one I showed you. So in this tutorial I'm gonna basically create a green one, so we're gonna have the door one. Sorry. So we take the door one. Needed Tetraminos are the Tetraminos we need for this collection. So these are the collections we have over here. For example, here we got J, J, and a Z. No fails. Okay. So for this collection, let's say we only have one part in this in this collection. Yeah, I know in a difficult level you wouldn't have just one part, but who cares? So, cause do in the next tutorial a puzzle arranger and opening a door with it, probably, yeah, I need some parts which are basically able to open the door. And I just taken an eyepiece, cause this can be fit into the arranger nicely without any mazes or something. So needed determiners, you can just enter an I in the corresponding letter for the sigil. So you could write IJLO, and then you would need in the collection an I, an J, an L, and an O sigil. But I want just an I sigil. The HUD icon is actually the icon of which will show in here, which is here this door or this rod or this one, and you can basically take up a texture you want. So let's grab the corresponding file and it's under content, Talos, textures, and HUD. And over here we can take, for example, door Egypt, door medieval door Rome, castle, hexagon cell, link, distance, and source. So we got many I don't know that we have some textures for using mobiles. So let's just take a cool one. So let's take just castle. I think this is cool. Then arranger type 3D icon, you can just leave this empty. And arranger outline material is basically the material which the arranger uses to outline. So we can create a new material component, and under browse we actually browse a material for that. I think they start under presets, shaders, and let's take a look. Arranger cursor, no, it's in that. So here comes my not being prepared phase, that I don't know where those are stored, but that's a great thing, because then you can load another level and take a look at it. Or you can even do it easier, but no, it isn't easier. So let's load Cloud 101 and take a look where they're stored. Sorry for my being unprepared, but I make those videos, yeah, 90% of the time on the scratch, because I just make not that much plans on it, and I just talk when I think I know something, and cause I use the editor a bit right now, I can explain at least some of the things, but also really much of the things are still unknown by me. So we are in the new level. Let's select the world info, go to the world params, determiner instances, and under ranges, let's take the first one. Now let's take this one. We're searching for the door Egypt, or yeah, this one. And you see we got the door Egypt Atlas over here, we got the determiners and the arranger outline materials outline door, which is stored at content tailors presets puzzle arranger outline door. So let's put it in here. Content tailors presets puzzle arranger and then outline door. Okay, materials inside. Then we got a solution tab. This is actually, you can't change anything. This is generated by the game, which also solves the puzzle in first, and then stores the solution. So it calculates which solution would make sense for the determiners in the arranger. So yeah, pretty cool AI stuff. Then we got some parameters. Arrange area stretch, also in typo, man. Shell area and plan solving order, which is actually just if we put this puzzle arranger in game. We don't need this right now. Okay, after we did this, the arranger is local, and we need to save this later on. We do not have to, but for the arrangers, the puzzle arrangers, we actually need. So let's save this in levels, tutorial level, and let's save this under my arranger. Okay, and there we started. Okay, let's come to the determiner instances. These are the instances. The instances are every determiner in the whole campaign inside the Talos principle. So you see over here we got probably around 139 tetraminers in total, which the guys from Crow team put in there. And over here we can just create one. So go to tetraminer instances, go into plus, and you see we got settings over here. Instance name. Under instance name you basically set this name I showed you over here, like DO1. We have an I and we have a door. We have a door arranger, we have an I sigil, and it's the first one. So our letter will be DI1. So let's put it in here, DI1. Needed mechanics are TFCRAS. Go to the second page of my cheat sheet, and you see we got fan, cube, rod, time, shield, and actually there's another A inside here, which is the X. The X was, according from information from Solace, somewhere in the Talos principle better, but it was never used really. And you know the X by breaking wood down. Actually, you find it somewhere in Easter eggs. So actually, let's take a look at our level. Which components we need? One connector. So we can say we need a rod. Rod is the connector. So let's put an R inside here. The level where we are running this is our tutorial level. So if you're naming your levels like level 01, level 02, level 03, you need to put the level where this sigil should be in inside this level slot. So it's tutorial level. It's actually the name of your WLD file. And then the puzzle. Puzzle is the chapter name of the puzzle. Where is this? You actually know we created in chapter info, which is called tutorial level chapter, but this is not a puzzle. This is just the lobby chapter info. So you see, actually we got per level one lobby chapter info, and inside levels they usually did inside one level 3 puzzles or so. So you actually then have another chapter info for just the puzzle. I'll do this in a minute. So the puzzle we put in here, the puzzle name is like 01. Cause you name them 01, 02, 03 and so on. Under puzzle title we can now enter the puzzle title, which will be showing up if we enter this purple barrier thingy. So under the identifier, this is like I did in the terminal tutorials, like identifier, no trans, and then the string is simple tutorial level. This is actually the name of the level. And then puzzle hint, you can just leave this empty, and tetraminer position you can also leave this empty, and then the median duration, if you put this to 30, it will wait 30 seconds, and then I think Elohim will shout at you. You can do another level if you want to. I think this is meant with that, but we just keep this at -1 so he won't spam at us. Okay, if you close this and open this again, this one, you see this updated. It has DI1 at need to tetraminer R is in puzzle tutorial level 01. Okay. So we set it all. We need to save the tetraminer instances, so hit save as, and we save this tetraminer instances. And this is an XML file. This is where the header here comes from. Okay, if you now start, you see we got no sigil information either, because we did not set puzzles at all. So let's do this. First, we need this barrier thingy to actually work. I got the plasma barrier over here. This is the purple one, you know. You can also put this inside by going to the entity list, going to plasma wall, no, plasma barrier. Plasma barrier is the right one. Drag this in, and then under params, just browse for content tailors, databases, tools, and then plasmabarrier.ep. This is the right one. Okay, once you got this, you see it has a fixed size. Under stretch, we can set this size to whatever the size should be, so it doesn't need that high, and then we can just stretch it and then remove it so it is at the center. So this pretty much fits. And let's move this a bit over here, and it has its pivot point at the right bottom. So these are the stretch values. Params are just the parameters for the barrier, And you see two variables in here. Front chapter to start and back chapters to start. So first, the direction is front is always where the arrow is looking at, and back is where the arrow starts. So the back chapter to start is when we are here and leave our level or leave our puzzle and go to here. And then we want to load this chapter info, which is or just tutorial level chapter. If we go through here, we need a new chapter info which defines that this is a puzzle. So we can just copy paste this chapter info, and you can even put this outside of the map. You don't need that that great. But if you die inside this puzzle, you will be spawning here. So if you basically put this outside of the map, and if you die, then you actually fall through the floor. So just keep this inside here and rename this. And yet now comes the part where everybody fails, and I fail too. You need to set this like your puzzle you set it. So we set here the tattoo minor instance is stored at puzzle 01. So we need to name this chapter info the same name. So we name this 012. And then this basically is just the 01 chapter for our puzzle. And now we go into the plasma barrier, front chapter to start, Control Alt and put the chapter info for 01 in here. Okay, ready to try out? I think we are. So let's go through the plasma wall, and you see it says simple tutorial level. We need one rod and we get a green eye sigil. If we go back, yeah, basically, and you see at the top, bottom right, it saves. So what does it? First, here's this chapter info, you know. And this chapter info is loaded. So now we are in chapter tutorial level chapter. And if we go through here, it loads the chapter. It sees, oh wait, a tattoo minor instance is linked to that. Let's load the infos. And if we go through here, it shows the title we set, it shows the needed mechanics we set, and it shows the sigil which is gettable in here. And if we go back, we are outside of this. Okay, I think this is pretty easy to understand, so it's not that hard thing. Okay, now we just need to place the sigil in a level. It's not a bad thing. We go to Entity List, press T and grab out a tattoo minor. Drag this in here, and this basically gives us the blue block. Go to Item Params and just select under Content, Talos, Presets, oh no, not presets, databases, and items, the tattoo minor item params. And now this is just a purple S-shaped sigil because we have not set it. So the name of this tattoo minor item need to be the name of the tattoo minor we set into the instances. So I remember we said DI1. No, that was basically the wrong button. We named it DI1, so we just type in DI1. And okay, this is actually wrong because I wrote a small I, so let's write a big I, and then it works. You see, it color it green because it's a door one, and it's the eye shape because we said it's in the eye shape. And now it even animates and rotates. Nice. Okay, so now it's there, and we can pick this up. So let's do this. Let's play our level. Let's go through here. We have basically, oh no, I forgot something. There's a thing I wanted to show you. The tattoo minor direction sign. Although you can ignore those errors, it just say that this tattoo minor we created there, as we created it, it says the minor tattoo minor item 001, and this is not listed in the list. So you can just ignore this. We grab out the tattoo minor direction sign, go to Entity. The parameters are under Content, Talos, Presets, tattoo minor direction sign, no, tattoo minor sign, and then .rsc. Can rotate this, and we got the sign. So now the tattoo minors which are shown on here need to be in the list as well. So we have our DI1. So you put the instances DI1 in here, and it just shows the DI1. If you have more tattoo minors like I don't know, a star or an MO or something, then you can put this in here and it will show multiple. And it shows the little needed mechanic. Okay, so handle holder is equal, and sign direction, you can put this to sign right, sign left, or sign no direction, or this map thing, which I never used. So yeah, sign right is probably the thing, and under stretch we put this thing a bit smaller, and then if we play, Yeah, actually I spawned over here. I don't know why I spawned over here. I want to spawn there. Uh, if you know this, I bet you don't know this, but maybe Solas or something. I don't know if this is a bug. If I press T, I sometimes spawn over there. I sometimes spawn here. I don't know. But I think in the production level, in the Talos principle, it should be correct. If we go through here, all levels loaded, and you see we're needing this. And now let's complete the level. So let's hook this up, and put this on here. It opened. There's our sigil. Let's take it. Yay! We took it. And you see, basically up there it says the castle thing. We collected the 1 tattoo minor reset. And here's the cross, because we set it. And every time now we enter this level, it says we already got it. Okay. One simple trick is, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is a thing. You see, if you restart, you got green, the cell over there, and you got an error in the console, which means cannot open file content Talos databases arrangers my arranger. And this is because you need to save every arranger inside the content Talos databases arrangers my arranger dot or content Talos databases arrangers folder. This was where I stumbled first too, but I think this is just some rule. So you can't save the arranger inside your own folder. So let's go to save as and save this under content Talos databases arrangers, and here where all arrangers are stored, we basically save all one too. So let's save this one as my arranger. Now we saved it in there, and we can start the level and save the level, and no errors there. Okay, let me show you one cool thing. If you are in game and you already picked your tattoo minor and you want the tattoo minor picking to test again, open up the console and type in CHT and then you can just hit tab. So you need cheat clear Talos progress. Hit enter, and you see this removed the thing in the top left. We can just restart, and you see now it has reset our state. So we can go through. We already need to pick the sigil again, and even the terminal has forgot that we read it. So we basically need to read the terminal again, because it has forgot that we already read it. Yeah. So that's kind of stuff which is basically the thing of the cheat clear Talos progress. This clears not your Talos progress in game, so don't be afraid. Just in your own level. So, and actually you see we can now pick the tattoo minor again. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you. Let's take a look. Oh no, I wanted to show you how to make a star. Yeah, how to make a star. Star is easy as fuck. First you can create another instance, like another tattoo minor instance. Create it, and the instance name would be star1, because I showed you a star is just a star abbreviation. Needed mechanics, we don't need anything for it. The level is tutorial level, and the puzzle is 0, 1. The puzzle title we already set, so basically we set this once again, just to, yeah, make sure it's set. I don't know if you need to set this again. Let's try without. I want to see what happens. So, yeah, actually we can now go to this direction sign and write star1 on it, and then we're showing a star. And if we go to the sigils, so let's go to another, let's drag another tattoo minor inside, and give him the tattoo minor item params, and name this star1. This will be a star. And you see, if I now pick this up, we picked up 1 star inside our level. Beautiful. So that's all for now. I hope you understood the basic mechanics of it. In the next tutorial I show you how to make a puzzle arranger. Stay tuned, and I hope you liked it, and I hope it was easy to understand. Bye.